Hello, this is Jim for the Monopoly Project. We're here on Val Vista Lakes to do our floating book review. We're on the Monopoly Project yacht. Every successful real estate investor has a yacht, and this Monopoly Project yacht, unfortunately, it's the Bikini Girls' day off, so you just have me, and I'm floating on Val Vista Lakes. Early May, it's just about sunset. The sun's just, I think, that's why I'm squinting a bit. And also, you're getting a slightly different view of me than normally, because I came on board with my tripod, which I normally set the camera on, and I dropped it, and the thing actually broke off. The thing that holds it, you can see it's cracked, broken right here. So I propped up the phone recorder on the front of the console here, and we'll do it from here and see how it works. It's interesting, we bought that tripod 30 years ago, and Michelle and I, when we first got married and moved to Virginia. We've had that tripod forever, and so let's get on to our book reviews. This time I had to write notes down because we were actually scheduled to be at a city planning meeting this evening. City planning meeting to go over some signage for an adjacent property which we were going to speak in favor of, and the meeting was canceled because of a lack of a quorum. And so I got the free evening, and I jumped in here to do the book review. So let's start with the okay, this is Jim. I'm back for the Monopoly Project book reviews that we read in April. I think this is the 4th or the 6th. I'm not quite sure, but the book is Odd Magics by Sarah Hoyt. And it's a collection of short stories, 131 pages. Sarah Hoyt is a prolific author, writing in almost all genres, especially science fiction, fantasy, blogging, more. You can see the links here on the blog post. I read her comments all the time on Instapundit, where she opines on various cultural and obviously writing issues. And I really resonate with her worldview, given her background and where she came from. So I took a chance on this book because I'm not really a short story fan. These are updated fairy tales, but I'm really glad I did because I really enjoyed them. You know, I didn't really care for short stories, especially the O. Henry-esque ones where they have the twist at the ending, and it seems like the whole point of the short story is the twist at the ending, as opposed to, you know, the story or the character development or the plot, or, you know, some issue that needs to be resolved. And so it's interesting, the stories are 7 to 12 pages. They're modern takes on traditional classic fairy tales. Example, Mirror, Mirror, Rumpled, which is Rumpelstiltskin, Awake, which is a redo of the Sleeping Beauty story. And I did on page 51, at least on my book, in the Awake Sleeping Beauty story, there's a typo. And normally I just let typos go because, you know, that's not really the author's fault. Where one of the characters says, "I'm kind of a pop start." I'm kind of a pop start, when he really meant, "I'm kind of a pop star." And it was interesting to me because our daughter's boyfriend John just got a dog which she named Pop Tart, and so he's super cute. And I'll put some pictures in the review of them. He's become John's accountability partner. They keep track of each other. And it was 1 or 2 typos, and the reason why I said I usually don't point out typos, there was one other typo which, you know, I found unusual, and now when I went to try and track it down, I couldn't find it. And so, absent rereading the whole book, I won't find that typo. There's a story called Wild Hair, which is a retelling of the Rapunzel story. The thing about these stories that I enjoyed is that they're fun and they're relaxing and they're cozy. You know, in the English sense of cozy is that, you know, nobody gets hurt. It's, you know, all fun, and of course, as any good fairy tale, everyone lives happily ever after. So I strongly recommend these fairy tales by Sarah. And so I'm going to look up some of her other works and see it. I'm definitely interested in her science fiction work. She does a lot of fantasy and things like that. So So anyway, so this is Jim for the Monopoly Project, and we will have 3 more book reviews here to line up, and I think that's going to be tomorrow because we're losing the light. In any case, like I said, Jim for the Monopoly Project. We'll catch you on the next book review.